we're still doing the same type of things. We're calling these deposit and withdraw and transfer actions, but I added in a parameter, the undo manager. So if we take a look, I'm grabbing onto that undo manager, and now instead of me calling new deposit command.execute, I create the command and I just pass it over the undo manager to do his job. He executes it, pushes it on the stack, and sets it up for undo and redo. Now the rest of this ytuye, I'm going to add a property change listener to the undo manager so I can listen for, is there any undo or redo available? And all this update buttons is going to do is take these two buttons that I'm adding to my user interface up here, and I'm going to make them visible based on, is there an undo or redo available? So you'll see these two buttons appear and disappear on the GUI. And then I'm going to set the text to be whatever the undo name or the redo name is, plus the word undo and redo in front of it. Okay, and let's go ahead and run this guy. So here's my new user interface. Notice at the bottom down here, there's a blank space. Those are two buttons that are not currently visible. The layout manager is still giving them space, but the buttons just aren't presented to us because there's no undo and redo available. I decided to go this way rather than setting up menus and kind of getting cloudy and all that set up. But typically what you'd do is you'd have a menu item that would just be ghosted, and it would just say undo, and it would be kind of gray. And then once there's an undo available, it would change the menu item to say undo whatever the action is. So I'm going to deposit $10 into account 1, and you see that immediately this button appears down here. So this account got updated, it updated its ytuye, it went through the undo manager fired the property changes, we updated that button on the screen. Let's undo that. Boom. We go back to balance 0, and now you notice the undo